These plants are like babies. Let me warn you guys, this is something that they don't tell you.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to episode 2 of Transforming My Apartment Balcony into a Garden Oasis. Hi, my name is Asia, and on this channel we focus on intentional living, DIYs, and growing where we're planted. Now, I know I've been a little quiet on the posting, but that's because your girl been behind the scenes dealing with a whole lot of secret garden chaos. And today, I'm pulling back the curtains on the footage I never showed you to catch you up to speed.
So I'm not gonna hold you. I'm the type of person who think I could do anything. But when it comes to this gardening, y'all, I've been killing it. No, really. I've been literally killing it. Child, y'all, I have a confession. I think I'm failing one of my favorite plants. My firstborn, my tomato plant, my baby. She's struggling. And she's stressing me out. And if we don't get it together, the whole balcony garden season could be at risk.
Yep, that's me having a mini breakdown because my yellow pear tomato caused something nasty, so we had to say our goodbyes.
It's not all bad. I think we got a circle of life thing going on. We have one plant that's questionable, and these new sun gold tomatoes that I'm about to transplant, and I'm going to hope to be giving it life, right? These plants are like babies. Let me warn you guys, this is something that they don't tell you. Being a plant mom, I don't know when this happened. Like, I literally had a black thumb a couple of months ago, and now all of a sudden I got all these plants around me. But I will say it has been very fulfilling. But man, these plants will stress you out. Like, every day is something else. But I ain't gonna lie, I love it.
I got it squared away. I decided to get rid of the yellow pear tomato and added a new one to the lineup. Out with the old, in with the new. I reset the energy out here, planted the new sun gold and midnight snack tomatoes. I think the flavor profile for these will be more rewarding. And I also built them a whole bamboo teepee. Take my advice and set this foundation for the teepee as soon as you plant it. It'll help alleviate any possible problems of you disrupting the roots later on. Ask me how I know. Y'all let me know if y'all like a detailed tutorial for this one. And right now, we have exactly 5 tiny green tomatoes holding down the fort. And my midnight snacks are starting to bloom too. We are officially on tomato watch, y'all. Okay, first things first. I know a couple of you guys been hitting me up asking who won the seedling challenge between the paper towel roll, the double cup method, and the water bottle. Well, stay tuned for the updated video on that. But I'm going to tell you, forget what the internet tells you. Do not plant the toilet paper roll in your grow bags. Insert another challenge I had to do. If you missed that video, let me catch you up to speed real quick. So I ran an experiment to see which seed starting method would give me the strongest roots out here for my balcony. So I put the seeds to the test using the toilet paper roll, an upcycled water bottle, and the classic double cup method. Now, if you want to see which seed officially took the crown, make sure you stay tuned. I have an updated video on that launching soon. But while all the methods worked, there is one that outshined the rest. Now, I planted the toilet paper roll in my grow bag. And when I tell you, that toilet paper roll completely stifled and choked my poor cucumber roots. It could have really been an absolute tragedy for my cucumber, but I did dig it back up and performed a little surgery on the paper towel roll to remove it. And you will see that after I replanted it, my cucumber is now starting to grow, because initially the growth on that cucumber was really stifled. I wasn't seeing any progress after it has already been planted for a couple of weeks. So I know there's a lot of myths out here on the internet where they tell you things are so easy and that you should do that. But just be a little careful with where you take your information from, because some of the things can really set you and your garden back if you're not careful. And these are my babies now, starting to grow. The Persian cucumbers have really taken off. And while we're on the subject of challenges, the cucumbers weren't the only one throwing a silent protest. My pepper plants were next on the struggle list. Oh, you thought when I said that these plants would stress you out that I was exaggerating. Let's just say they brought some uninvited guests to the party. I noticed some pests moving in on my territory, so I immediately launched a full counterattack with neem oil. But spraying them wasn't enough. I realized my garden needed real protection. So I went top flight security of the world, Craig, on these pests by bringing the ultimate garden bodyguards, marigold and basil. Planting them directly into the grow bag creates a natural security shield. I got a cute little short detailing on how I set up the perimeter, so y'all be on the lookout for that. And here are my babies now, surrounded by some basil. And as you can see, it's already starting to flower, so we should be seeing peppers pretty soon. Now, through all the funerals, bug wars, and fighting off pests, there's one project that made everything seem so worth it. Not only did I build a garden, I built my very own irrigation, solar-powered strawberry tea tower. I'm so proud of it. Just look at it. I custom built this tower to maximize my concrete walls. If you guys were here from the beginning, you know I started off with a couple of strawberries. Now I decided to take it up a notch and make a tea tower since I love drinking tea. Now this tower is fully loaded with fresh strawberries, a variety of mints. I have mojito mint, strawberry mint, chocolate mint, spearmint, chamomile, and lemon verbena. I also threw in a few extra spices that I use daily, such as rosemary, thyme, oregano, and parsley. Because we don't have a hose out here, I rigged it with a complete solar-powered drip irrigation system that automatically waters my wellness herbs while I'm inside running the business. I'm still trying to figure out a few minor kinks with fertilizing the tower tiers, but this has officially become my absolute favorite piece of the balcony. Stay tuned because y'all know I love a good DIY. I'll soon be making my own custom tea blends. This garden has clapped back at me. It has tested my patience, but it's constantly reminding me of the ultimate goal. Learning to grow where you're planted, no matter how small your space is. Like I said, I got a full step-by-step tutorial on how I built this automated tea tower, along with the official contest winner for the Seedling Challenge. So if you want the blueprint on how to build this for your own space, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you don't miss when those videos launch. I got them dropping right after this video. Also, comment below and let me know, have you ever accidentally killed a plant while trying your best? Talk to me below. I'd love to hear it. Thanks for tuning in. And remember to grow where you planted and give thanks for what you've been granted. I'll catch y'all in the next one.